Hello, good evening. It is Wednesday night and we are finally back with nighttime with Nelly. Bit of a change of a plan. I'm sat at kitchen table. I know I usually sit on end at bed, but I thought I'd do it at kitchen table. Why? I don't know. But here I am. It's Wednesday night and I am ready to read out some Dear Auntie Nellies. Over 18s only, as there will be strong language and talk of a sexual nature throughout. Viewer discretion is advised. Any advice I do give on tonight's show is purely for entertainment purposes. So if anything is happening to your genitalia, such as like your dick looks like it's going to fall off or your fanny smells of Fleetwood Docs, go and see a health professional. Okay, good evening, how are we? Who watched my Instagram live? I've actually had to take my pyjama bottoms off because I did a massive sneeze and I pissed myself and I wasn't wearing a fucking tenner lady for protection. But I'm sat here in my pyjama top, pair of big knickers and a massive fucking tenner lady. So sneeze away now, I can sneeze away. Who's traumatised and I'm not sat on end at bed? Are you confused? Are you thinking it might be Sunday service? It's definitely night time with Nelly. Finally, I've had enough Dear Auntie Nellies into the inbox to be able to do a live show with you. Anonymous, please. Obviously, if you do write into the page, once that gets filtered through, your names, ages and locations are off the actual box, so they're all anonymous. You mustn't worry about that. If you have any Dear Auntie Nellies, whether it be Sunday service or night time with Nelly, keep writing into the page. Here we are. Thanks if you join me on the Instagram live, and thank you for following me now on what is called TikTok. So I have got a TikTok account. I haven't got a fucking clue how to use it. My lip syncing is shocking, but we're giving it a fucking go. So we're going to do nighttime with Nelly, then tomorrow morning I'm up very, very early. I'm off to the hairdressers to get my roots done, and then off to Leeds Docks, and then I will be gracing your screens on Friday after 12:30 PM on Channel 4. I am back on Steph's Packed Lunch this Friday with some very exciting items. So please make sure that you do tune in and give me some feedback on that, because I'm beyond excited. It's really exciting to be part of the Steph's Packed Lunch team now on Channel 4. So without further ado, shall we get going? I think we should. I know I'm in competition with Maths UK, but it's not everyone's cup of tea, and I'm not everyone's cup of tea, but I can see that there's quite a few of you. Yeah, somebody just put, how come you're at kitchen table? Well, my tripod that's upstairs, that I have at the side of the bed when I take it out of the spare room, put it at the side of the bed and turn it on, it needs batteries. It's not a plug-in one, so I thought I can't be fucking arsed with all this bullshit. I'm going to do it at kitchen table where I know I've got a tripod that plugs in and there's lighting. So I thought, fuck off. I cannot be arsed, piss-arsed about trying to look for some fucking Duracell. So, there we go. There we go. Good evening, Flower Pots. It is so good to be back with Nighttime with Nelly. As I said to you, I don't make them up, I don't write them, I don't know what I'm going to read until I read them out again. And the box has been empty for quite some time. So, shall we get going? I think we should. Any advice to give is purely for entertainment purposes. If anybody comments on your comments with giveaway, competition, prize, you are a winner, it's a scam, don't fall for it. Let's get going. Okay. Hello, Nell, I have a problem. Well, you've come to the right place. My fiance and I was looking after his boss's house while he was away. They had CCTV CCTV outside the front and back of house. My fiance said they'll be switched off. They wasn't. Oh, we had sex in the hot tub and in the back garden. His boss has now said my tits and my ass. Oh, now we've been invited to a Halloween party. I bet you fucking have. How will I show my face there? Well, it'd be nice to you to show your face. If all this thing is your tits and fucking ass, it'd be nice to put a face to it. He's seen my naked body and I'm horrified. Do I pull a sticker? Do I go to the party and just laugh it off? Help. He might not have even seen you having sex in the back garden in October. He might not have seen it. Your boyfriend might be right. Even if CCTV were fucking switched on, because obviously we'd have to switch it off for security purposes, he might not have watched it. And if he has, and what? He's seen you naked, he's watched you having sex. That's his issue, not yours. You've had sex in the outdoors, in a hot tub, in a garden, with your boyfriend. You've enjoyed some time with your boyfriend. So the boss might have seen it. What are you ashamed of? What are you ashamed of? I wouldn't be ashamed. Not at all. So what? He's seen you having sex. He might have had a cheeky fucking wank. Am I making it worse? Probably. I am probably making this worse for you to make your decision. You're going to an Halloween party. Do not go dressed up, if it's fancy dress, as tits and ass, because he's already seen you. Don't feel like a tit. You've not been an ass. Just get yourself there. It don't matter, does it? Don't fucking matter. I don't think it matters. I won't be bothered by that. And I'm sure people in comments are going to comment what they feel, but do you pull a sticker? Absolutely not. Get yourself to a party. Have a nice night. Enjoy it for what it is. And if he mentions it, just say, I didn't know you'd be watching. I should have fucking charged you. Take that one on the house. Next one, you'll be fucking paying me. Moving on. Dear Auntie Nelly, I'm in a bit of a pickle. Oh, fuck. I've been with my partner for 6 years now, and up until recently, I haven't had any doubts about our relationship. But for the first time in my life, I find myself attracted to another girl. Oh, I don't know what to do. I still love my partner and don't let my feelings towards her will just fade. I have a lot to lose and I'm just confused. What would you advise? The guilt of having feelings towards someone else is eating me up. Thanks, Antonella, please help. So you've been with your partner for 6 years and all of a sudden you started fancying someone else. I mean, there's nothing wrong with window shopping. I think it's quite good and it's quite healthy for you. There's nothing wrong with doing a bit of window shopping. The fact that you find somebody else attractive other than your partner, that's okay. That's not the issue. It's when you start wanting to do things that would overstep that line. And overstepping that line would be then trying to go to different places that you wouldn't normally go so you can see that person, trying to get the number, trying to text them, you know, trying to make ways of communicating with them, trying to make ways of maybe bumping into them, so you're wanting that bit more. So don't be feeling guilty if it's just an attraction to another person that you've got, because that's normal. That is absolutely normal. Window shopping is normal and it's healthy. If you are then going out of your... I can see Vicky Coleman's just joined. Vicky, when you were phoning me, I was on an Instagram live, sweetheart. My apologies, but welcome to Nighttime with Nelly. Right, so back to window shopping. You're in a relationship. You've been in a relationship for 6 years. Maybe it's a big wake-up call saying, maybe I need to do something. Maybe I need to find a bit of passion with my partner. Maybe I feel a bit like this is a bit habitual. Maybe I need to fancy my partner like I fancy this person. What is it about this person that's got your attraction? What is it that you can inject into your relationship? Is it just a bit stagnant? Do you need to start doing date nights? Do you need to start sending a few cheeky sexy texts during the day? A few like cheeky selfies? It's okay to fancy other people. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay to do a bit of window shopping. What you need to do though is actually think, why do I feel like this? Why do I feel it's a problem? What do I feel guilty about? Because it's alright even to have a cheeky wank over somebody that's not your partner. It's not cheating. It's fantasy. It's in your head. It just means that you're healthy and you've got an appetite for romance, for sex, for the opposite, somebody that's not your not the opposite sex, because it could be same sex. I mean, like, that's not your partner. It's okay, but it's when you start wanting to do things about it that really is like massive red flag. There's a problem in the relationship. No longer find my partner attractive. They're not doing it for me. So before that becomes that, I want you to start injecting into, start paying attention to your actual existing 6-year relationship, whether that be date nights, like I said, sexy texts, you know, going away for the weekend, doing things that you once again start finding each other attractive like you did in the beginning, falling in love with each other again like you did in the beginning. So don't be feeling guilty. There's nothing to feel guilty about. You shouldn't let this eat you up at all, as long as you've not overstepped the mark, and then that would be a fucking different Dear Auntie Nelly. Moving on. Dear Auntie Nelly, me and my boyfriend got back together last year after a 3-year breakup after we split due to him cheating. I found out this time round, hang on, we got back together after a 3-year break because you'd split up because he cheated, right, okay. You found out this time round that he snogged his best friend. He claims it doesn't count as it was a drinking game. Alright, okay, one of them like spin bottle shit thing. I also found an empty condom wrapper in his car. Here we go. We haven't slept together for a year. Alright, you got back together. Hang on a minute. I don't want war and peace, but this is a bit sketchy, this. He still runs around after his best friend when she clicks her fingers. Is this the best friend that he played spin a fucking bottle with? When I suggest spending some time together, he always makes excuses and puts her first. What do? Fuck him off. Fuck him actually off. So you got back with him last year, but you've not had sex. You were on a 3-year break because you split up at first place because he cheated. You've got back together, you've not had sex. He's played spin a fucking bottle. He's kissed his best mate. She shouts and he says, what do you want? How fucking high. Puts her first, and you found an empty fucking condom wrapper in his car. Are you even his bird? Are you even his fucking girlfriend? Are you even back together? This sounds to me like it's a fucking recipe for disaster. He's not even going out with you. You're pretending you've got a boyfriend and you haven't. You know, like that imaginary boyfriend I've got in Tesco's that's wealthy and he doesn't even know I exist. And one day I will go, surprise, you're my boyfriend, and he never knew. I think, like, he's not really your boyfriend. He's back with you but don't know why. You've been together for a year, you've not had sex. You're finding empty condom wrappers in his car because he's getting it elsewhere. That's why you're not having sex, because he's quite sexually satisfied. The fuck are you doing? He's just your mate. And he's not even treating you nice as a mate, is he? Where's your self-worth here? Where's your self-esteem? Cheated once, you split up, you've got back. Have you worked through those issues? Have you remembered why he cheated on you 3 years ago and why you split up? Have you sorted them issues out? Don't sound to me like you have. Wouldn't be surprised if you're quite immature when I say that you've not had many relationships to gauge it on. You don't know what red flags to look for. You don't know what your boundaries are in a relationship. And I think when we're not actually right good at relationships and we've not had lots of relationships, we're always learning, aren't we? We've got to learn, haven't we? So we learn from our last relationship or our last situationship what we will actually accept and what's not acceptable. This is happening because you're letting it happen. You're accepting this behaviour. You're accepting that he's kissed his best mate. We're only a drinking game. Let's talk about that. Is that cheating? I don't know. I've never been in that position. But if my boyfriend, chance would be a fucking fine thing. Flower pots one day. Do you ever see my TikTok tonight? I'm not single, I'm fucking single. If your man went to a party, I don't know what that accent was then, party, I don't pronounce T's anymore apparently. If your significant other went to a party and they were playing spin the bottle, is it called spin the bottle? And then whoever it lands on, you've got a kiss. Is that acceptable for him to be playing games like that? Is it just, we're just a game, I only snogged her, it were a game. It were only a game. Is it, I don't know, is it, I wouldn't be happy with that. And not because I've got trust issues or I feel like she's going to kiss him better and they're going to start fucking texting behind the back or something. I just think it's the respect thing. I just think it's disrespectful. So it's nothing to do with being jealous or having ownership on somebody, because you've got free will. You do as you fucking please, Flower. You fuck off and live your life. You do you. But yeah, I think it's the respect thing. I think if I was in a relationship, we were exclusive, I wouldn't feel comfortable with that because I'd find it disrespectful. So he said to you, it was just a game and it didn't mean anything. But then you've got the other red flags, haven't you? Whenever she calls him, he's straight to her and he's not putting you first. And call me old-fashioned, but if I'm with somebody, then my boyfriend, and we're exclusive, I want to be their priority. After, obviously, if they've got children, children will always be, but I want to be a priority. He's not making you a priority. He's not giving you respect. He needs to fucking clear off, and you need to give yourself that love, that self-worth, that make yourself feel like you've got your own self-respect. And I think once you start having that loving relationship with yourself, you'll then know in further relationships what's acceptable, what your boundaries are, what you will accept, what you won't accept. Because that's not acceptable, sweetheart. Moving on. Yeah, spin the bottle. I don't want my boyfriend to play spin the bottle. No, not nice. Hello, Antonella. Hello. I love night time with you. Dear. It's the highlight of my week. However, I had a conference period about 20 minutes ago and it's repeating on me. Anyway, I have a problem and it's getting me down. Oh, dearie me, my little flower pot. Let's have a look. I've been married since April this year. We don't have much of a sex life. We work different shifts. No, they work different shifts. I'm thinking of fucking shipload. We work different shifts, so it's hard to see each other. However, recently I have got a new job, so I'm hoping things will get better. The problem is my husband never really wants to be intimate with me. We are quite tactile outside of the bedroom, but when it comes to sex, he never seems interested. I often put on sexy underwear and surprise him. What do you mean, like, what? Right, okay, but is it the way you're surprising him? So I've got the brain of, well, obviously I've got brain damage because I had a stroke, but I'm now seeing a woman dressed really sexy and him walking up the stairs and you going, surprise! And that's not sex, that's what I see. But I'm sure you don't mean that. You mean like you're surprising, like, look what I'm wearing for you. And hopefully it's making you feel sexy and good, because when we feel good, we look good, so we feel sexy and we've got our sexy on. And you're not shouting surprise and terrifying him. Maybe that's where I go wrong. He often turns me down after I surprise him in sexy lingerie. And it doesn't make me feel really nice. It makes me feel really unwanted. I don't know if it maybe is that he is really tired. Please can you help me? Thank you. You work different shifts, as you said. You like 2 shifts in night, coming and fucking going. No one's actually fucking coming, are they? Nobody. It don't sound to me like they are. You might be having a sneaky wank when you're not in bed. I don't know. You work different shifts. Your shifts have now changed, but sounds to me like you're putting effort in. You're trying, aren't you? You're trying. You're like getting yourself all fucking laced up, latexed up, whatever it is that they fucking do to feel sexy in fucking bedroom. And then he's going, not tonight, love. I mean, how many times can a fella tell you not tonight, love, before you just think, fuck off, I'm not doing it again? Because you're not going to keep knocking on a door that won't open. It's like knocking on a fucking brick wall, isn't it? Is it because he's tired? Because we all get fucking tired. I'm absolutely fucking exhausted. I can't tell you how fucking tired I am. And no laughing a joke and say I'm single and I can't get a boyfriend and chance to be a fine thing. Fucking Tom Hardy come and knock to my door and I'd be saying, listen Tom, I'm fucking knackered. Get to the bathroom, get the fucking shining out and sort yourself out, pal. Because the last thing I want is you fucking bouncing about on fucking top of me and fucking making a wet patch in my bed that I've just stripped this morning when I've not even had a nice time. Fuck off. So we all get that kind of mood, don't we? But how many times could you say that? I mean, like fucking Tom Hardy's going to knock on my fucking door here in Aslington. Number one, he's got a wife. And I'd be saying, oi, Tom, you're married. You forgot. You lost your fucking way. I mean, he'd be going to Bleakholt. He won't be coming here because he loves dogs, doesn't he? Anyway, I've gone off on a tangent there. I started my period today. Gone 56 days without one, and I thought, oh, hey, we could be fucking cracking this fucking menopause, and then it arrived this evening. Anyway, so have a serious conversation with your husband. Tell him how it makes you feel. Maybe he doesn't really understand that you're feeling rejected, you're feeling unwanted. Is he tired? Because we all get tired. Is he really tired every time? Is there something else going on? Is he unhappy in the workplace? Are these shifts just fucking absolutely exhausting him? Or the financial stresses? Does he take medication? Is that affecting his libido? Does he do recreational drugs? Is that affecting his libido? Or, before we even think about it might be me. There's something wrong with me. He no longer finds me attractive. I've got to now dress up as fucking Miss Whiplash. There might be 101 reasons before we get to that. So it's about communicating with your partner. And the sooner you do that, the better. And it's about letting them know that this isn't about you, but this is about you feeling like this. I feel rejected by you. I feel unwanted. And I love you so much that I want to be intimate with you. I want to hold your hand. I want to kiss your cheek. I want to lie naked in bed with you because you're my husband and I love you. But why don't you want to do that? What is it? What is it? I'm telling you what I need and want. I'm also telling you how I feel. And I expect the same truth and honesty from you because we're supposed to be a team and a partnership. And I'm really worried. I'm really worried that if this continues, it's going to be the end of us. And sometimes being so vulnerable can be quite scary. And a lot of couples, a lot of people in relationships, even though they are a team and they love the partner, they're madly in love, and they keep those things to themselves because they don't feel like they deserve to be so vulnerable. And we like to think that we're okay. Oh, I'm all right, mate, it doesn't matter. No, it does matter. And you've got to let that other person know how much it matters. If you don't communicate yourself, the good, the bad, the ugly, how's that person ever going to know? And he might not know how much you feel rejected. And to start feeling rejected and unwanted in a marriage, it's a slippery slope, sweetheart. And that's not the kind of slipping and sliding we want. We want you to be slipping and sliding around with your husband and having a great time. But I think communication here is key. And what I would say to anybody watching this, if things aren't tickety-boo in the bedroom with your partners, I don't want you to always jump to that. Well, it's because I've put weight on, I've not had my roots done, my nails need doing, you know, I've not shaved. Well, there's 100 things we think, and we always think it's because of us. And we always think it's something to do with our physical attributes. You know, well, I'm not fucking surprised he didn't want to fuck me. When I looked in the mirror this morning, I had a fucking tash like his Uncle Brian. It's not always that. There could be something else, and it's about you letting that person know how vulnerable you are and how honest you are, and that will allow them, hopefully, to be as honest and vulnerable with you. So, take it from me. Communication is key, and fingers crossed, you'll get it back in the bedroom or maybe over back at settee. Could be quite nice, that. I always think a surprise is always, as long as it's consensual, but I think I'm coming up behind you is quite nice. And then you could just crack on with dishes, can't you? Whatever it was you were doing. Dear Auntie Nelly, I fancy my neighbour. Oh? You won't fancy mine? I mean, Roy's a handsome man, but I won't say any more because they might watch. They live across road. My neighbours don't live across. I do have people across road, but anyway, yeah, there's nobody on my. Anyway, I don't. I've got size 9 feet. I don't know if you're aware of that. Yeah, I know. I fancy my neighbour. He lives across road. I've never actually met him or bumped into him, but we both drive and are. Huh? But we both drive and are in. Oh, so we both drive and are in and out. So never cross paths. All right. So when you're coming out, you're getting in the car, and when they're coming out, they're getting in the car. So you're not actually crossing on the pavement. Right. Okay. Right. I get you now. He's very much my type and looks like the perfect man to me. Smoke and mirrors, looks can be very deceiving. How can I get to know him better? Can I just knock on this chap's door and say, hello? Is there anything I can do? No. Or do I just forget about it? I wish you would notice me. I mean, it's nice to introduce yourself to your neighbours. I mean, I actually wouldn't want to move from here because even though I might move to a nicer house or a nicer area, you can't put a price on your neighbours, and mine are absolutely fucking, they're priceless. So it's nice to get to know your neighbours, but when you're trying to grab his attention, what are you doing? Are you like driving past him and smiling? Is there ever a chance that he's getting in his car at the same time as you and you could just go, morning, nice, isn't it? Or have a nice day? You know, rather than knocking on the door and going, hiya, is there anything I can do for you? He's going to think, oh dear God, what the fuck is this? Because why would he want you to do anything for him? So I think it's about small steps here. Just being a little bit more vocal when you see him, if you do find him attractive. I'm hoping this man is solvent, hasn't got a wife and kids. You know, he lives on his own, as you do. And it's just about, you know, being a bit of a peeping Tom, really, and thinking, right, he's getting in the car, so I'll go door. Or, oh, I know he goes out at this time, so I'll go out. You want him to notice you. Well, the way you can do that is just by trying conversation. And hopefully then, it's like, morning, you alright? You have a good day? I love you, alright? Oh, is it green bins this week or is it grey bin? You know, having that bit of a normal conversation that won't seem alarming. So you're asking questions that a neighbour would be able to communicate with you. So talking about bin day be normal because they've got bins like you have, and just double checking. And then, you know, you become a bit more comfortable in the sense of where, do you know, I say good morning every morning. I don't even know your name. What's your name? Hiya, Tom. Hiya, Tom. I'm Wendy. And seeing if anything comes from that. When you start trying to communicate with this fella that you think is the man for you and he's just your type, you'll know whether he's a communication kind of man or not. If he, you know, he might go, morning, yeah, you have a nice day. So he might be right nice. Or he might go, morning. Or like, yeah, have a good day. You'll know whether there's like the gate open for further communication. And if it does go right well, you could say like, hey, if you're not doing it Friday night, call in and we'll have a glass of wine, or I'll make a brew. I mean, don't offer alcohol. You don't know if he's got issues, but offer it just a cup of tea. You know, if you're ever struggling for some lure pack, I've won lottery this week and I've got a spare tub, you know, just give him that kind of inclination that it would be nice maybe to have a cup of coffee without actually asking him for a cup of coffee. So, I don't know why anybody would ask me advice on how to flirt or how to communicate with people, because I'm single. And I'm advising you on things maybe I've done. Clearly it's not fucking worked, has it? But it wouldn't do on this street anyway. But anyway, dear Auntie Nelly, please help. I've had to print these off because when I open the inbox, you know, and I can see them on my phone, because of my very focal bifocals, and I think I'm actually losing my sight, I couldn't see them. So I printed them off, and now I don't know what, I don't think I've used right font. But anyway, I recently started seriously dating a guy. Nobody likes a fucking show off. Oh, which I don't trust. Well, that's what you get for trying to date. We are sleeping together and now officially a couple. Okay. I'm in love with him, but I suspect him of being a fraud. How can you have gone exclusive and started dating someone that you don't fucking trust? And now you're sleeping with someone that you don't fucking trust? You're in love with him, are you? I suspect him of being a fraud. To skip the details, he's acting shady. Slim, well, the real Slim Shady, please stand up. Please stand up. Yeah, anyway, yeah, moving on. Asking for confirmation bills when he invites me to luxurious hotels and restaurants, to then apply for a refund, which he has done in my presence twice. What the fuck are you doing here? What we're doing here? But I also suspect he might just be so posh by having loans. For instance, I don't know. IDK means I don't know. I had to Google that ages ago. I highly doubt his salary lets him live such expensive lifestyle as he is trying to show me. I am afraid he might be a scammer and I don't know how to trust him. Please help. Love you and love your show. What the fucking hell is going on here? This is a fucking shit show. You've met the fella, you're now exclusive, you're now apparently dating, but you love him, you're in love with him, but you don't trust him. And every time he texts you out, you've got to get confirmation bills so that he can get a fucking refund. Right, I'm not interested in what restaurants you go to, what fucking hotels he texts you to, and what fucking refunds he's getting. I couldn't give a flying fuck how much he earns or how little he gets and what loans he's got. The thing I've got the problem here is that you started seriously dating someone, you're also having intercourse with somebody, you're also in love with somebody that you don't fucking trust. Have you just heard what I said? You don't trust them. How can you be exclusive, in love, and in a relationship with somebody that you don't trust? If you don't trust somebody, there's no relationship. You've got to be asking him these questions. You've got to be asking yourself why you don't trust him. Because if somebody wants to get bank loans and wants to fucking treat you to fucking, I don't know, a night in the Hilton and a night at fucking Hawksmoor, you crack on, flower. It's your bill to pay, as long as you're not putting your hand in your pocket. If they want to complain and get a refund, that's up to them. Is that a bit fucking shady and a bit of a dodgy character? Yeah. Is that why you don't trust them? You don't trust them. That's how they live their life. They choose to live a fraudulent lifestyle and they're not ashamed to show you that. That's who they are. So how can you be in love with somebody that you don't trust, that lives like that? It don't sit right with you. Are you that desperate to be in a relationship? Are you that desperate to be with somebody? If you've no trust, you've no fucking relationship. So I'd bow out now gracefully. And if he says why, just say, I don't like how you live your lifestyle. You can't be in love with this fella. Fuck off. You've recently started dating and you don't trust him. He's given you no reason not to trust him. You've found the reason not to trust him. And the minute that we get that I don't trust you, you're off. You don't go exclusive and you certainly don't sleep with him. Not unless, like, you know, there's no emotion. But you're in love with him. You're not fucking in love with him at all. You're not. And he don't sound like he's the one for you. And he's only having a posh life because of all these fucking loans. What are you going to do? End up moving in with him? Putting a fucking rock on your finger that's really fucking Elizabeth Duke from fucking H. Samuels. You know what I mean? Living this fake lifestyle. And then you're going to get wrapped up in all this fucking poshness and fakeness and fucking refunds left, right and middle. Fuck it off and move on. Dear Auntie Nelly, I married my ex-husband who I have 3 kids with in the year 2000. What was that band called that sang Going to the year 2000 underwater? So much has changed and we live underwater. Anyway, I left him 9 years later. So if they got married in 2000, she left him in 2009, right? For years after, we didn't get on, but I grew to become good friends with him and his new partner. Okay, his new partner is now his wife. We are all now good friends and have been on holiday together. That's nice. I like that because I'm right good friends with Olivia's dad and his wife, Anna. They're beautiful people. And I think of Olivia's dad as like one of my best friends because we're like family, do you know what I mean? He's been in my life since we're 15 and I'm nearly 50. And yeah, that's nice. Oh, hang on, no, it's not nice, it's going shit. We do spend birthdays and Christmas together. The problem is that my ex still fancies me. Oh, dear God. And he has no qualms about making this known. At first, he just said he was just being daft. So I didn't take it too seriously, but now he's taking it too far. He's told me he fantasises about me and asked me to send dodgy pictures and tells me about the sexual stuff he's been up to with his wife. I feel a bit sick now. That's made me feel a bit sick. He thinks I want to see dick pics. Oh dear God, we do not want to see dick pics ever, do we? We never ever want to see dick pics. I don't think. There's probably 97% of women who've probably never said, will you send me a picture of your dick? We don't want to see your dick. We don't ever want to get a WhatsApp picture of your dick or a Snapchat ever. I keep saying, no, don't send me a dick pic. I've talked to him about this and told him to stop. And then he does for a while, but then he starts up again. He thinks it's acceptable. I don't like this. I don't fucking like this. Right, okay. So, you know why this shit show is happening with your ex? Because you're allowing it to. You've crossed that line of we're no longer like exes, we're now mates and we all have Christmas and birthdays together and it's great. But he can't actually stop imagining the sex that he had with you. He's not moved on from that. He still pictures you naked. He likes you to be his cheeky little side piece. I'm not comfortable with that. So what you need to do is stop socialising with him because, number one, he can't be a normal ex in the way of, like, you can have that good relationship, you've got kids together, and even though it didn't work romantically, you can now be grown-ass adults and be friends and still bring those children up together as friends, co-parenting. He can't even be your mate, can he? Because he's got a wife and he's like trying to get you mixed up in his fucking dirty little dick pics and saying he's thinking about you and he still wants to fuck you. No, fuck off. You're in a relationship. He's disrespecting you, he's disrespecting his wife and he's disrespecting your partner. Don't want friends like that in your life, no matter what the connection is. So you have that conversation with him and you say, listen, Bellend, you're my ex, we've got kids together. If it revolves around the children, I will communicate with you. But that is now the only time we will ever communicate. I cannot trust you to be my friend because you're being disrespectful to me, and what you're doing actually is like trying to control me and coerce me into having some kind of sexting with you. Not interested. It stops now. Well, what's my wife going to say? And well, that's your fucking problem. That's for you to answer. But if you crack on, Flower, I'll give you the warning now. I will be telling my new husband, and I will be telling your wife. So you better fucking pack it in. End of. End of. Because it's happening because you're allowing it to. And I don't know how many times I have to say this. Things happen because you allow them to. So take a stand, stand up, put a fucking stop to it. Tell him it's not acceptable, it's not funny. If he wants to go and send his dick pic to folk, that's up to him. Let him fucking crack on. But you won't be accepting him. And if you're getting it, you'll be showing his wife and your fucking husband. End of chat. Disgusting. Dear Auntie Nelly, I was hoping to have your opinion. Oh, you'll get my fucking opinion whether you like it or not. I've been married for 4 years to my first love. We were together in my 20s. And then we went our separate ways. I married someone else and have kids. Blah, blah, blah. I know you don't like War and Peace. I don't know. But now we're back together and married. The spark seems to have been snuffed. Oh. He tells me the more that I can count that he's attracted to me and loves me, but I want to feel it and I don't feel it. I feel like an inconvenience when I want it, and I hardly get noticed compared to a console. What the fuck's a console? Do you mean like a gaming? I'm so in need of being desired by him. I fear it's the weight I've gained as sex has depleted since this. I'm so sad. If anything, I've gone into a pit of sadness and no self-worth. Do you think you can stay in a marriage without intimacy? No. Not if it's not what you desire. So if you desire intimacy, you still want to feel desired and wanted and needed by your partner as you desire them and want them and need them, then no, you cannot stay in a marriage that is not giving you what you need. We might not always get what we want, but we're not getting what we need. Now, you're saying to me, is it because I've put weight on? Once again, you're doing what is human nature, and you're looking at yourself for the reason and the problem. You're automatically thinking, well, of course they don't want to fucking shag me. Look at me, I've put a load of bastard weight on. I don't want to fucking shag me. So you're immediately taking the blame on you. And that's normal to do. And as women and gentlemen, we all do that. We look for the reason being us as to why our partner might not desire us. And as I said earlier in the show, it's not always about us. And that's not you, it's me. What has changed? Yeah, okay, you banged a bit of weight on. If you don't feel healthy, then do something about it. But certainly don't ever put yourself a grueling routine of like fucking CrossFit and keto and fucking stopping all food after 3 o'clock because you want to look a certain way thinking your partner will then desire you. Only ever do that for you because it makes you feel better, because it makes you feel healthier. I know when I sort of get to the stage where I think, fucking hell, I need to lose a bit of weight. But that's because I feel so unhealthy and I'm so bloated, I feel like I'm going to explode. It's nothing to do with whether anybody wants to fucking shag me or not. I couldn't give a fuck. There will be somebody out there that would want to shag me when I'm at my heaviest. But I do it for me. So number one, that's a rule. Only ever improve yourself for your health, for you, not for anybody else. Number two, communicate with him that, you know, you desire him, you want him, you need him. Does he feel the same? And if he doesn't, why not? What's changed? What can you do about it as a couple? Because there must be some reason why you've married each other again for the second time. Or was it because that's all that we're about? Ask the questions, be honest. Put him on the spot. Make him give you a reason. Also have that conversation of, is it work, is it medical, is it recreational drugs, how's your mental health? Have all those conversations, but can you stay in a marriage without intimacy? Not if you decide that you still want intimacy. There's lots of couples out there that then go to single beds or separate rooms and they become companions because they've decided that's what they want. If that's not what you want, then no. You can't settle. Nobody should settle. I could get a boyfriend tomorrow. Honestly, I really could, but it wouldn't be the boyfriend I want. And just for the sake of having a boyfriend would mean I'd be settling because I won't really be having the boyfriend I want. So you shouldn't have to just be in a relationship just to be in a relationship. Yeah, all right, but it's not actually intimate. And I do want intimacy, but don't matter because he doesn't, so I'll just stop where I am. No! Fucking stand up. Speak. Use your voice. Tell them what you want. I did something the other day. It might have been the other week. Could have been fucking 3 years ago. I can't remember. But I was talking about partners. And you know when you're with a partner and they can't just quite give you what you need. Not even what you want, but what you need. And that's because they're a 4, right? And you're a 10. And then you see the 4 out and about once you split up because they could never quite give you what you needed. So it made you feel anxious and rejected and unwanted. And it opened up that can of worms of your childhood trauma and being abandoned and whatever. And it made you feel not good enough. But you see the 4 out and about in public and bird on his arm is fucking glowing. She's got a big glow up. She's fucking loving life. And you're thinking, how the fuck's he giving her what I wanted? But he's not though. He's not. The reason it's working with her is because she's another 4. So he's giving her the 4 that he's got and she's happy with that 4. He's filling all her fucking love funnel. Her fucking love cup's overflowing because she's happy with a 4. You're a 10. So he'd never be able to fill your love cup. Do you get me? So you've gone back to this husband, but has he always actually been a 4 and you're a 10? Is he ever going to be able to fill your love cup? That's what you need to be asking yourselves when we're not getting what we need in a relationship, not what we want, what we need. Is it because they're a 4 and you're a 10? And then, you're hating this new person in the life thinking, what's she got that I haven't got? Because he's doing it all for her, because I see it all on social media. Yeah, because she's another fucking 4. So the 4's met the 4 and the fucking happy as Larry. They're away on the fucking travels. You need to meet a 10. You need to be looking for 10s. Does what I'm saying make any fucking sense? Because it does to me and it's right and I know it's right. So I've met 4s and 5s and maybe at a fucking push of 6. But I need a fucking 10. My love cup's never been full and it's never going to be full. So the 4s and the 5s and 6s have fucked off and met their 4, 5s and 6s and made a match and fucked off and been happy. So what you need, don't be frightened of asking for what you need. Because they need to either step up, or if that's the only tools they've got in the fucking toolbox, you need to go and find somebody with more tools in the toolbox to give you what you need. Dear Auntie Nelly, I am humiliated. By my married lover. Oh, it's a bit juicy, this one. We're both 50 years old, work together and have been having an affair for the past few months. It's nice to be fucking proud about. Cheating cunt of the week. He hardly ever takes me out. He prefers to come to me flat. That purr's really repeating on me, you know. Text me, no. He never texts me out. He prefers to come to my flat where we just have sex. Everyone in office knows about us. Oh my God, everyone knows that you're shagging a married man. Does everyone know that the married man is cheating on his wife in office? Oh. Right. Everyone in the office knows about us. His wife is the only one who doesn't. Oh, God. Now, though, he has now started having drinks most evenings after work with someone who's just started in the office and she's a lot younger. Everyone says they are sleeping together, but he denies it when I asked him and said, you can't ask me that, you're not my wife. As well as having to endure all the jokes and amusement at my... It's just total accurate. What the fuck do you want me to do about this fucking shit show? You're 50, he's 50. You work together in an office, he's married. You know he's married. If you got nightclub on a Saturday night and met a fella and didn't know he was fucking married because he's a stranger, and then you start seeing him and find out he's married, you fuck him off, don't you? You signed on a fucking minute flower, didn't know you were married. You knew you were married. You know that he's a cheating cunt, and you've decided to be a cheating cunt too. So whatever rocks your boat. Everyone in office knows that you're a cheating cunt and he's a cheating cunt. His wife doesn't know. A new fucking younger model rocks up and he starts taking her out for drinks. He's no longer coming to the flat. When he is, he just has sex with her. So you're getting probably fucking sloppy thirds. And now you don't know what to do. Are you fucking stupid? I'm waiting for your reply. The answer is yes. Yes, I know affairs happen. I know they do. It can happen. I know that people fall in love. But you've actually asked him. Are you sleeping with her? And he said, fuck all to do with you. You're not my wife. And now you don't know what to do. Number one, you get on Indeed and start looking for a new fucking job, because how you can walk into that workplace in the morning knowing what everybody fucking knows about you, I don't know, you've got the fucking brat shame. Right? More neck than a fucking giraffe if you ask me, the pair of you. And now some new fucking thing comes in and he's off fucking her. Let him fuck her. Let his poor wife find out her own way. Don't be doing it that way. You need to be out of this job and you need to be out of this fucking relationship. It's not a fucking relationship. You're just fucking side chick, aren't you? Why do you want to be a side dish? Why don't you want to be the appetizer, the fucking main meal and the fucking dessert? Where's your self-worth? Where's your self-esteem? You need to get on your knees and fucking look for it, don't you? Along with a new fucking job. The minute you know someone's married, they're not yours. You can see people who are married, you can be mates with people who are married, you can have friends who are married, but you don't fucking go near them in a sexual fashion because they're married. Unless they're in open fucking relationships, or they're them people who have 7 and 3 million fucking wives or whatever, and the wives know about it. But how can you walk in that office knowing you're a cheating fucking cunt? Wouldn't have to fucking shame me. But then again, the gob on me, I'd be fucking telling you as well. I'd be saying, how the fuck can you walk in here knowing that you're shagging a fucking married man and expect to come and stand here and borrow my fucking stapler? You fucking cheeky cunt. And you want me to fucking do something about it and help you? I will help you. Go on fucking indeedjobs.com.co.uk, get a new bastard job and fuck him off. Okay? End of. That's been night time with Nelly. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. If you've got any over 18s uncensored, dear Auntie Nelly, I don't know what to do, anonymous, please write into the page. Any advice I've given on tonight's show has been purely for entertainment purposes. So, if anybody comments on your comments with gift competition prize, you're a winner. It's a scam, don't fall for it. Keep writing into the page. And I will see you all very, very soon. Tomorrow, as I said, I'm off to Leeds. I'm back on telly, Channel 4, Friday from 12:30 on Steph's Pack Lunch. Hopefully you'll tune in. If you can't tune in, watch it on catch up. If you can't do that, tape it, add to playlist, whatever the fuck it is we do. Give this video that like, that love and that share, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Good night and God bless.